Running an electronics store poses significant challenges, not only from typical retail operation hurdles, but also due to the need to adapt to rapid technological changes and evolving consumer preferences. Unsurprisingly, numerous electronic retailers have faced closures over time. This video delves into the history of notable electronic stores that are no longer in existence. Founded in 1973, The Good Guys, a prominent American electronics chain, flourished with 71 stores spanning California, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. Its reputation for diverse electronic products positioned it as a go-to destination. In 2003, CompUSA's acquisition marked a turning point, resulting in the closure of all remaining Good Guys stores by 2006. This significant shift underscored the competitive dynamics of the electronics retail landscape. Notably, the Good Guys faced a memorable challenge in 1991 when a hostage situation unfolded in one of its Sacramento, California locations, adding a dramatic chapter to its history. Launched in 1992 by the Tandy Corporation, the Incredible Universe emerged as a promising big box chain, initially establishing its presence in Texas and Oregon. While the initial stores proved profitable, the landscape changed as competing electronic store chains intensified their presence. Faced with heightened competition and evolving market dynamics, the Incredible Universe struggled to maintain its foothold. Consequently, the decision was made to shutter all Incredible Universe stores in 1997, marking the end of its brief yet impactful 5-year tenure in the retail arena. This closure reflected the challenges posed by a dynamic and competitive market that impacted the trajectory of this once thriving electronic retail venture. Fredra, an iconic electronics and appliance retailer, had its roots in Detroit, founded in the 50s by the charismatic Ollie Fredra. Renowned for his memorable television commercials, Fredra made bold promises, notably offering 5 pounds of coffee if unable to surpass a competitor's deal. The unique marketing approach endeared the brand to its customers. However, as the 90s unfolded, the retail landscape became increasingly competitive, placing immense pressure on Fredra's business. Unfortunately, the company couldn't weather the challenges and eventually went out of business in 1996. The closure marked the end of an era for a once vibrant retailer known for its distinctive advertising and commitment to customer satisfaction. Established in 1933 in Highland Park, Michigan, Highland Superstores experienced substantial growth, expanding to 18 locations across the Midwest by the late 1970s. Positioning itself as the second largest American electronics retailer behind Circuit City upon going public in 1985, Highland Superstores faced financial challenges by the end of the 1980s. Struggling with these difficulties, the company took the consequential step of filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1992. Unfortunately, this move led to the liquidation of all remaining stores in 1993, marking the end of Highland Superstores and highlighting the complexities faced by even sizable electronics retailers in a competitive market. Tweeter, a significant player in electronic retail, originated in Boston in 1972. Expanding rapidly in the New England region, operating under various names such as Tweeter, Hi-Fi Buys, Showcase Home Entertainment, and Sound Advice, the company grew to over 100 stores in 18 states. However, in 2007, Tweeter filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, resulting in the closure of 49 stores. Despite attempted restructuring, the company ultimately had to shut down in 2008. Crazy Eddie, a consumer electronics store chain founded in Brooklyn, New York in 1971, gained widespread recognition in the 70s through memorable commercials featuring DJ Jerry Carroll portraying a crazy character. At its peak, Crazy Eddie had more than 43 stores across 4 states. However, the company folded in 1989 due to the founder's involvement in fraudulent business practices. The Wiz gained renown for its iconic slogan, "Nobody beats the Wiz." Established by the Jamal brothers in New York City in 1977, experiencing significant success during the 90s, the chain faced challenges in 1998 after rapid expansion, going from around 20 stores to 80 in less than a year. Declared bankrupt, Cablevision acquired The Wiz, but despite their efforts, the brand eventually ceased operations, closing 94 stores. Ultimate Electronics, inaugurated in 1968, underwent a substantial expansion in 2000, doubling its store count to 64 by 2004. Despite filing for bankruptcy in 2005, the company initially survived. However, a second bankruptcy in 2011 led to the liquidation of all stores and assets. Established in 1931, Lafayette Radio Electronics began by a mail-order delivery service by evolving into a nationwide chain with brick-and-mortar stores. The company played a significant role in making electronic components accessible to consumers through its mail-order model. Despite initial success, Lafayette faced challenges that culminated in the closure of its operations in 1981. The shift from mail order to physical stores marked a transformative era for the company, and its eventual closure underscored the dynamic nature of the electronics retail landscape during that period. Lafayette's legacy lies in its contribution to the early accessibility of electronic components for enthusiasts and consumers alike. Steinberg's Electronics, a family business originating in Ohio in 1921, flourished to 22 stores across Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee by the 90s. However, increased competition in the same decade compelled them to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy, ultimately ceasing operations in 1997. Silo, founded in 1946 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania by Sidney Cooper, enjoyed rapid expansion during the 70s. After Cooper's death in 76, the company underwent multiple ownership changes. In 1993, Frederick acquired the chain, and by 1996, all remaining Silo stores were closed. Circuit City, one of the U.S.'s most successful electronics retailers, began as the Ward's Company in 1949 before rebranding to Circuit City in 1984. Despite widespread growth, the company filed for bankruptcy in 2008, leading to the closure of all of its stores by 2009. Attempts to revive Circuit City's brand as an online retailer were made in 2010, but the idea was dropped in 2012. J&R, an electronics and music retailer established in 1971 with headquarters near New York City Hall, faced significant challenges during its existence. The tragic events of 9/11 led to the destruction of millions of products and reduced foot traffic around their Park Row location. Subsequent challenges included the impacts of Hurricane Sandy and the decline of CDs and LPs, which had been a primary source of business. Unfortunately, these factors contributed to J&R ceasing operations in 2014. Shack Electronics, initially a small radio and television repair shop in South Minneapolis, founded by Leander Shack in 1957, saw his son Richard, known as Dick, taking over after Leander's unexpected death in 1960. Under Dick's leadership, the business expanded to 10 stores by 1971 and further to 60 in 1984. However, in 1985, Shack Electronics filed for bankruptcy, initiating the liquidation of assets. On Valentine's Day in 1986, the remaining 21 stores closed, resulting in the dismissal of 250 employees. The entire inventory was acquired by Sound of Music, which later evolved into Best Buy. Radio Shack, originating in 1921 as a Boston ham radio shop, evolved into a go-to destination for various electronics products. While it was the first retailer to offer a mass-marketed, fully assembled PC, competition from Best Buy and Amazon led to its decline. Radio Shack filed for bankruptcy in 2015 and was acquired by Sprint but faced a second bankruptcy in 2017. Attempting a partnership with Hobby Lobby for Radio Shack Express inside their locations post-bankruptcy proved unsuccessful. Olson Electronics, a nationwide electronics store chain founded in 1927 in Akron, Ohio by the Olson brothers, had more locations than Radio Shack at one point. Acquired by Teledyne in 1968 and later rebranded to Teledyne Olson Electronics, it faced bankruptcy in 1985 after being sold to Chicago investors in 1984. Fry's Electronics, a unique American big box store established in 1985 by Charles Fry's three sons, adopted a grocery retailing model for selling computers and electronics. Though not as extensive as Best Buy, Fry's had its corner in the market, with each store featuring a distinct home. However, by April 2021, they began liquidating remaining assets, including real estate, due to challenges intensified by the events of 2020. These electronic stores hold memories and nostalgias for many, but the changing times have left them in the past. Share your favorite electronic stores in the comments below. Thanks for watching.